Hey friends, just wanted to give you some advice and things that I want you to kind of look out for when you're going on this yogurt journey or making this the healthy bacteria yogurt, um, kind of pioneered by Dr. Davis. So when you're doing this, I want y'all to do your research. It is important for you to become comfortable with what you're about to do, and you want you to read these things and give yourself informed consent about what you're about to do and what you're about to try. So that's important for yourself to understand the impact of trying this yogurt, what the implications are, how to make it, the costs involved, also the potential side effects, which I don't think are very high, but you should do your research before you kind of jump into this stuff. Don't just listen to some YouTube videos like this one and just jump into it. So, and I also want you to be aware that not everybody is going to have the same results, right? These are biological things. Everybody has had a different life. They've had different medical or life changing circumstances that have gotten to them to the point like where you are now, where you're considering doing this type of yogurt. So everybody's different. Like even in my family, the Rooterai yogurt worked amazingly well for me. Changed my life in a lot of ways. Fixed my gut, gave me more empathy, I sleep better. There's a whole slew of things that has made my life better. However, my wife didn't have the same. She didn't have the same results. She didn't really made her feel not well, and she grew up in a completely different type of environment, different body type, everything. So may not work for you. Same as my son, my youngest son, had some issues with it, but he has some autoimmune issues, especially to do with the milk. So that may have been the cause of it. However, for most of you, it's probably going to work out fine. But I just want you to be aware that when you jump into this, do so with the fact that, you are changing things in your body. You are adding bacteria into your body. Now, granted, yogurt's been around forever, so it's a fairly safe way to do this. But you're definitely throwing this into an area that's going to disrupt that current environment. So the first week that I did this, I did feel discomfort for several hours for the first week. After that, it was completely gone. And discomfort meaning like had some discomfort, not pain or anything like that. But I think that was this changing my gut, getting rid of some of the bad bacteria, it dying off, the chemicals and all the poisons that mess had was impacting me a little bit. So just be aware. And when you start this, it's pretty important. Whenever you start something new, you start some health thing, or you start something, don't change anything else that's going on. Don't start adding other supplements, or don't add a bunch of other things, because you're not going to know the true impact of this unless you just keep your life the same, and then you add this one thing and you see what the impact is going to be. So it's hard to notice other negative or positive impacts if you're changing a whole bunch of things at one time. So when you're doing this, just focus on this. Don't get crazy with it. Just do something simple. Make the yogurt, try it out, go through, eat that half a cup a day for, a while, and see what the impacts are. And then that way you can accurately tell if this is causing you issues or if it's actually helping you. That's pretty important. Another thing to note too is that there are a lot of like mixing of different yogurts. People want to mix different types of bacteria in the same thing. Granted, that's great. It's going to save you some time. However, these all have different optimum temperatures that they're going to grow. So you need to be cognizant of the temperatures that they're going to be able to proliferate. And if you want to mix them, then mix some that are on similar temperatures. Because if you mix, say, Rudorite, which is a 99 degrees Fahrenheit temperature, with say I can't remember the name, B coagulans, which is, I think it's 118 degrees Fahrenheit, those two don't really mix. So if you push that temperature up to 118, well, the Rudorite is going to die off and it's not going to do well. And same thing for the coagulants. If you drop it down to 99 degrees, it's not going to do well either. So you want to mix in, if you want to mix, be aware that they're going to fight for resources. So if you make one whole pot of one bacteria, Rudorite, and make another pot of another one, that would work out fine. Then you would get the optimum amount of bacteria within each serving of your yogurt. Now, if you mix these, then they're going to have they're going to end up, you're not going to have as much. So no, that's fine. If you're looking to have like a mix of different things to get that, that's fine. Just make sure it's at the same temperature, and just be aware that you're not quite getting as much as you would as if it were on its own. Because, if you have 3 different types of bacteria or 4 different types of bacteria, it's going to be difficult to determine like how much of each is actually going to be in there. It's not going to be the same as if it were by itself. So a method that I have done, it is a little bit more difficult, more time consuming. However, I can assure myself that I'm getting the amount that I need, is to do each one separately. And I only do 2. I actually do this one, I do Rudorite, and I do L-Casei, and that's the only 2 that I do. But that's just for me. I don't need anything else other than that. So just be aware of these things. And as you get more familiar with the yogurt, it gets an easier task for you. You can do fun things like putting fruit on the yogurt to make snacks and stuff like that. That's fun. But when you're first starting out, don't get crazy with it. Just do something simple. Only change one thing at a time. And that way you're going to get the results that you need. Well, I hope you found this useful. If so, take care. And I wish you all the best. Bye.